Previously on TMan978's.
When it comes to storage for this, I can't think of anything to make this store on his body anyway. But if you extend this burl on his back, it can bend forward and you can do something like this if you wanted to. So he is never unarmed. Hello everyone, TMan978. Welcome to another TMan978's How To. This is not a chill review. If you pay attention to my channel, this is just going to be me transforming it to tank mode, leg mode, back to tank mode, and back to robot mode again. If you want to hear my opinions or hear about any QC type issues, watch my full review, link in the description, link at the end of this video. But let's get to this. First thing I'm going to do, because he's holding his gun, I'm going to open the fingers up and just unpeg the gun out of there. Now the thumb needs to rotate down to here, and we need to bend the knuckles into a position like that. That hand is already like that. I have this pegged into there. I'm going to go ahead and pull this handle back. But before we do anything else, I'm going to rotate the waist that way. If you forget that, you're going to be mad. But while the elbows are bent, we're going to grab right here, open that panel, and do this. If the elbows aren't bent, you can't open that panel. Same thing over here. Shut that panel back. Straighten the arm, rotate it, and squeeze it. Shut the arm, rotate it, and squeeze the treads together. The arm's kind of getting away, so I'm going to do that. Now we need to pull the head forward and go ahead and basically unpeg that on both sides. This can come forward like that and basically kind of get out the way, and we're going to lift this up. It's on a double hinge type system to get these completely out the way. Now this thing right here, we're gonna lift that up like this. Before we do anything else, we're gonna unclip this hole, pull this out and unclip this. Now this little panel right here that was up like this, we're gonna bring that up and we're going to elongate the body because the waist, because that's in the way basically. We're gonna shift this up, and let me rotate this so you can see it. But these clip-in points right there, they need to overlap and shove down. Once you get that shoved down, this panel should be where it needs to be. Now this head, we need to rotate this panel back, kind of rotate the head back and shove it into the cavity as far as you can. Once you do that, we should be able to rotate this and bring it up so it can cover this part. Now the arms can come down, rotate it up, arms can come down. There is a hinge right here that works as his butterfly joint in robot mode. Shift that forward so that this peg right here can meet up with the hole right there, and this peg right here can meet up with the hole down here. Get that lined up. Let's do the same thing on this side, because we can kind of line it up on both sides at once. Squeeze at the top, squeeze at the bottom. Get that fully in there and you're good to go up the top. Now these legs, the legs are the true thing that will drive you mad. But basically I'm gonna give myself some room by spreading his legs. This panel right here, we need to get that out of where it is. There's a little bit of a fingernail groove right here. We can reach into there and get this panel out. Keeping it out is the main thing you want to do, because it will continuously get in the way if you don't. I'm gonna leave it dangling down. Now this whole foot and this whole front shin can pull away from the body. If you can't do that, it's because this panel shut itself. But I'm gonna get this away from the body. And while we're here, I'm just gonna continue messing with this part. I'm going to rotate this into here. I'm gonna take this, pull it off. It's peg, there's a peg right here. This whole thing rotates, but now we're gonna lift it up and rotate it into that hole. Now we're gonna engage the ankle pivot. In the inside of the shin panel, we have this. I'm going to bring this foot back, lift this up more, and then re-engage or disengage the ankle pivot and shut this panel on top of the foot. Leave that up out of the way. This right here. We need to disconnect these threads. So basically, grab in the back, grab in the front. We can grab this piece, pull that out, rotate, and when it gets about here, we can go ahead and shut it like tight. Basically, get it up against the leg. This knee joint needs to be forward, kind of in that position right there. But now we should be able to get this out so we can pull this out, pull this up. There's a panel under here, we can pull that down and we can open that up. Now, before we forget, we need to rotate this around, and there's a peg here and a peg there. Rotate it around in this position and shut that up like that. Just kind of let it linger around here. But now this panel that I said was a nuisance, it has some transformation. Shut this, bring it out this way, making sure that this shin panel is back. We can push this down. And yeah, there we go. Now we can kind of close his hip back in till it's straight. Bring this out the way. Start lowering this. Bend this up underneath of the turret. Get it into a position like that. Now this peg and that peg can go into two opened ports. So we can get that pegged in. Push the midsection or the waist back up so that this slot and peg can slot into the treads right there. Now we can, this peg right here needs to go behind that, and this just shuts back, and there's a series of pegs that goes inside of ports inside of here. Line it up correctly and you should be able to get that in smoothly. So we're good to go over there. And now I'm happy I re-recorded this section because I've recorded all of this already. Well, anywho, we need to get this panel right here out. Making sure it's out, we can lift the foot and the shin panel up off of there. There we go. We got that up. And once again, I'm going to mess with this stuff again. I'm going to push this piece of its foot up inside of the toe. I'm going to open up the ankle pivot. Open up this shin. Shut that. Going to bring this down and plug that into the foot. And this piece right here can unpeg and rotate and peg up into there. Down here, we need to dislodge back here, and it will dislodge up there. We need to unpeg this, rotate it, get this up under there, shut it, kind of get it into this orientation, push it, and now we should be able to bend this if this isn't in the way. Get this out, open this up, and we're seeing it from this angle. Open that down and open this up. But rotate this into this orientation, shove this up, like that. And now this panel thing again, we need to shut that, bring it here, make sure this shin panel is out the way, push this up, and now we can bend this down, get the hip flat up against this so things will peg together right here. And now we can make sure this stays in its spot. Bring this into its orientation it needs to be, so we can peg these two pegs down here and this peg. Oh wait, I forgot to put this in here. I didn't do it smoothly, damn it. Well, you get the picture. I get to have one mistake. Push that into there. And now we can move this stuff over to where it needs to be. Yay. Elongate the turret so it can go up. You can optionally put the gun, and since all of this makes sense, I would do that myself. This thing right here, this is the front of the turret, so we need to move the actual cannons up right there. These pegs right here slot into the ports back there. So boom. Make sure everything is squeezed. Right here, you will see a gap. Don't mind that. If you probably didn't even notice it until I pointed it out, so you're good to go. Don't worry about that. That is what it is. I've transformed this like 4 times now, and that's always there, but it's all together. This is what it looks like on the bottom. You can squeeze and squeeze and squeeze to make everything sure everything's tight like it should be, but there you go. If you want to make them into a leg, pull this off, pull this back like that, rotate the cannon this way, shut the barrel, open up this door. You can optionally take off the gun. I don't want to do that. This part right here, it may be folded up like this. If it is, unfold it, and it's ready to go right here. Now this opening with the 3 ports goes onto the 3 pegs right here. Slot that here, and then these clips right there go into these 2 slots right there. Easy peasy. Now I'm not sure if these need to be specifically oriented in such a way, because I don't have the rest of this and I don't know. They don't, do they even show you? Yeah, they do show you this transformation in instructions. The instructions are terrible, so luckily you have me. So there you are with that. To transform it back, all you need to do is pull this off, kind of hold on this so we can wiggle those pegs off. Bring this up to here to peg these things. Well, I'm gonna move that out the way. There go one of my lamps. Damn it. Ow, I just freaking hurt myself. Now shut this. We can rotate this, and I'm not putting the turret back on. And yeah, to transform it back to robot mode, we will push this in. I'm gonna take that off, and basically we need to undo the things we just did. So pull at that, pull at that, kind of get this stuff out to the side. I'm gonna go ahead right now and rotate that in, rotate that up, and I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Rotate this up, and leave it like that for now. Now we're gonna get this away from there. Get this away from here. These needs a slot out. Slot out. Slot out. Now we need to separate this. Back here, we can, this is kind of difficult to do, to be honest. I'm gonna spread the legs again, but lift this up. Kind of get this up and get that out the way. Now that we got all that out the way, I'm gonna mess with this. Lift this little piece right here up. Lift this out, and then there's a piece right here that needs to go up. Now we are going to, this little piece right here. You know what? No. We're going to pull this out from down here and get that like free dangling. It's gonna need to turn around this way, but we need to move this out and take this panel, which is hard to grab, and get that straight. Now we need to push this up, peg this into here, and we can go ahead and clip that into place. Keep this out, make sure that stays out, but this can fold in and this can come into there. I'm going to show you a better way to do that so you won't have to flex on this so much. But keep that out, and up here, here's what we're going to do. We're going to unclip this, rotate this peg so that it goes into its position. We're going to unclip this, fold the foot out, fold this out. Wait, before we do that, push this into here, fold this out, and go ahead and fold that out. Now we can just shut the ankle pivot. Now we should be able to rock this double hinge, this bottom one, down and over this stuff. We get about here. There are two pegs right there that goes into the back of it. You'll probably be able to see it better than I can show you right now, but get that into its spot. And now we can close this panel right there. Over here, we need to lift this up off like that. Get this knee straight, but fold it back so that we can get at this better. You can lift this panel up, open this up, and open this up. I hope there isn't too much terrible background noise. I try to add music just to make the videos more fun, but now I need to add music so it won't have a bunch of background noise. Anywho, we need to pull this apart. So far, I'm not scared to do that, but it does peg very tight. We can rotate that into the position it needs to be. Kind of get this out, bring it down, and unfold that panel that's on the back of this. It is very hard to grab, I'm not gonna lie. There's like no easy way to grab the thing on the back of this. It's like no groove. But it needs to be kind of down so that you can fold it out with everything out of the way. That's why I left this dangling. Anywho, we can get this. Wait, before we do that, I'm going to fold this and then lift this into its position right there. Now we're gonna push this. If you don't do that first, get this into its spot. It will be hard to shut it behind this panel right here, which is annoying. Now we can, this rotated itself, frick. So now if that happens, we need to loosen that up, get this out of the way, make sure it's still rotated like this, shut that back, bring this back down here, plug that into place, and plug this back up into its place. With this out of the way, we still need to mess with this. We need to plug this, get this into its port, unplug this panel, get this out, shut that panel, open that up, get this up out of here, shut the ankle pivot, and now we can make sure this is out the way. And on that double hinge this down, plug the pegs into its spot, which is easier said than done. And now we can shove that into its place. You can elongate this, but don't worry about nothing else because you're not going to be able to rotate the waist around yet. But we need to unpeg this, unpeg that, unpeg this, top and bottom. The shoulders on the double hinge, we could rotate that back. This hinge right here, rotate that back. And now we can kind of rotate it down like that and bring it down like this. And I'm opening the arms to get them out of the way. Rotate it down. This kind of reminds me of the Seekers from back in the day. And now we can slide this mess out and out like that and bring the head out. This thing right here, we need to take those teeth out, which happened by itself. Get that out, slide that down, and slide this up right there. Now we need to shut this and get that into a position like this. Now these little tiny teeth right here need to go behind this. So we need to kind of rotate on that double hinge, slide it down like that, slide it down, and now these two pegs need to go behind this and they can shut on top of that. Now we can get the shoulders out the way. This piece right here can shut into between that. We can rotate the waist, bring that up. The arms can come down, turn around, bend the elbow, down, around, bend the elbow, open this panel, get some leverage to get the hands out, shut that, get some leverage to get the hands out, shut that. And now, after you push his knees forward again, and maybe get that like this, and turn out the ankle pivot, he is a robot. I'm not gonna put the guns back in the hand. It is what it is. If this video helped you in any type of way, tell a friend, share my videos. I do this type of thing all the time for these complex robots. Like before you leave. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do this, I do toy hunts, I do reviews, and other random things. But anyhow, thank you so much for watching to this point. Until next time, TMan978 out of here. Click the videos, click the videos, baby, click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click, click the videos. Click those in videos, baby. Click, click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.